Hello, and welcome to The Full Story. This is a video blog about the story you don't hear. See, there's three sides to every story. You have people grouping themselves into Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, left-wing, right-wing, and both sides are full of it. See, there's propaganda everywhere out there on the media depending on who you listen to. And most of us are in this box where we have bits and pieces of information we choose that we listen to. But we don't question. We don't look further. We just pick a side, and whatever sounds good to us or whoever we trust, we follow along, and we don't look beyond the story. But in truth, there's three sides to every story. There's the left, the right, and then it's kind of like it's a triangle, see? You have a triangle with three sides to it. You have the one side over here, the other side over here, but right down in the middle here. That's the full story. It's where neither side is right nor wrong, but the full story shows everything. You get bits and pieces from each side that are half-truths, but they don't tell you the full story. They just tell you what they want you to hear with their little bits of information. And people buy into that and they believe it all the time. But in truth, there's more to each side of the story. It's that middle ground. It's saying, hey, they're right on this, but they're dead wrong on that. Or they mentioned this part, but they forgot to mention this side of the story. And in order to take everything whole and to really think for yourself, you need to know the full story. And that's what this blog is about. The full story to political and religious issues. The side that you're not going to hear from the left wing or the right wing, from Fox or CNN or MSNBC or a lot of the blogs out there or a lot of the people out there that you ask. I'm going to try to stay away from statistics and research and validating my information, and I'll tell you why. It's not that I don't have it, it's that with statistics and research, if you know anything about that, anytime a scientific poll or study's done, it really depends on who they're doing it and who they're polling. Statistics can be made to prove just about anything. Polls and surveys, they can be made to prove just about anything. When you hear 1 out of 3 of Americans or 50% of Americans, it's not the full story. It depends on who they question, where they're questioning it. The research depends on where they're getting it from. Often in science, there's scientific validity they talk about. See, and that validity is based on, is the research real? What was the method used? But what you're hearing out there is these proofs today isn't the real story, it's what they want you to hear. And the best lie is a half-truth. And that's what I'm sick of, and that's what you should be sick of too. Because they're telling you half-truths or part of the story, like when they cut and piece news articles or scripts together that only give one portion of a quote, but you don't hear the full thing in context. So they're lying to you. And I'm asking you, question everything you hear. Look beyond the left wing, the right wing, liberal, conservative, Democrat, on every issue, whether it's global warming, immigration, whatever it is. Stop. Ask questions. Say, am I hearing both sides of the story? Is this the whole truth? Because if it's not the whole truth and it's not the full story, it's a lie. And next time you don't think somebody's giving you the full story, just stop them right then and there. If you're around them, if somebody's got a half-truth, just be like, whoa, stop. Put your hand up just like this. Do that triangle. Be like, I want the full story. So, hopefully on this blog, you're not going to get offended, though chances are you will, because generally I don't follow any political lines or even agree with my own political affiliation. I just tell it like I see it, and I take both sides of the story, and then I say, hey, now you have the full story. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I just ask that you tune in, and in your comments and your replies, you be respectful. Love to hear from you. Hope you'll tune in. And that will be the full story.